Good morning, everybody. Guess what? It's another beautiful day on the farm.
Is 3/8. Not 100%.
It is.
I told you it was.
You said half-inch head, though.
But I got a 5/16 net, so as long as we can nurse it, I think.
Yep. Let's see if we can make it work.
Was I right on the length at least? Yeah, pretty dang close on that one.
Close. I feel like we're fixing something on this auger every single day we start up, but small little shear bolt. So the whole point of that shear bolt right there is if something catches in the auger, it'll shear that bolt and won't transfer that load to the tractor. It'll just shear the bolt, free up the tractor from whatever caught the auger. Got it in there and tightened enough that it's running smooth. We've just literally got less than half a load in there, and then this auger is going back to a bin at the shop. So we're gonna see if we can't limp it through, and then obviously we've got the right bolt at the shop. We'll replace it then. All right, those bins are empty, finally. I feel like we've been pulling out of these bins for months. But Dad, as you can see, is taking that auger back to the shop to the next one. Dustin has about half a load on the truck, so we're just gonna run over to Jitville, finish loading him out of our bigger bins. That way we can get him on the road, and that gives Dad and I time to set that auger up on our last small bin. Yep. Yep, that'll work. All right, let's get this. It's been a while since we pulled beans out of here. I gotta remember how to do all this. Well, that is how we like loading trucks. Are you glad we're finally away from the small auger?
I'm glad we're away from that farthest bin.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's not terrible.
No. Glad we need the space, but it's always nice getting back to the big bin.
Yeah.
So this is our only bean bin right now. That's why we've got it on a separate unload, because elevators do not like it when you mix your corn and soybeans, or you get soybeans in your corn. So all of the corn unloads out of the leg. It's even quicker this way, but we don't want to take the chance of contaminating the leg with soybeans and then getting some soybeans in our corn loads. So that's why we've got this bin set up to unload all on its own. Just a small peace of mind. You could do it, but it's just a lot more maintenance and management to keep the beans out once you do switch to corn. And we switch back and forth so often it would be constant cleaning. All right, just like that, he's on the road. Haha. Got Dustin loaded and I still beat him. Hogging up the road in my auger, just a look 5 miles an hour. Anything look different about this setup than our previous video where we prepped this entire applicator? Well, we now have the 8360 on instead of the 8335, because last Friday, which we weren't recording, had one of the main hydraulic supply lines to the IVT transmission develop a hairline crack. And oil finds cracks very fast, so it was blowing oil all over the ground. And of course, none of our John Deere dealerships around here had the part, so we had to order it, which we now have. But instead of losing the day, a couple days of running, we just swapped tractors. So that's one project we're going to do here today, is we're going to go to the 8335 and swap out that line. Hopefully it'll be a quick and easy pull off, put the new one on, refill hydraulic fluid. We'll see though. All right, well, that auger's set, ready for Dustin when he gets back. We got out here in the field, got to looking. This is, or what will be, the rest of our sweet corn patch. Here is our first planting. Looks pretty good. But it is almost time for round number 2. Just trying to step off, see how far we can go, how much seed we'll need. And I'd say by the time it dries out enough to plant, we'll be ready to lay in round number 2. This is the line that supposedly we've got the hairline crack in. It's always kind of a guessing game when you can't actually pull the line off the tractor to take in and match it up specifically. So there's a certain amount of guesswork that we think we matched up the right part numbers, but until we're under there and check it, not 100% sure. First thing first, I gotta lay my mat down because I don't want to get all dirty. And unfortunately, we ordered the wrong hose. So we thought we had it matched perfectly, thought we found the right diagram online and everything, but obviously we didn't. So the only thing we know to do now is the tractor is pretty much sitting where it's going to set until we get it fixed. We can't run it on the road long enough to get it back to the shop. So we're going to go ahead and actually pull off the old line now, cap the ends, try and keep as much hydraulic fluid from leaking out, and actually take the old line to the store and see if they can't match it for us. There we go. Okay. Now that side is just our hose. Good enough. Keep at least the dirt out of it, maybe. Oh, hang on. There you go. What's going on? Here's a quick comparison. Obviously, this is what we ordered. This is what we needed. Matches up on this end. But you get over to this end and it's obviously completely different. There's not enough squeezing that you can do to make that fit. So we'll run this down to the John Deere dealer and see if they can't match it for us from there. Back at the tractor. Turns out, my fault. I wrote down the wrong number. I told Dad the wrong number, part number, so we ordered the wrong line. Easy fix, they've got the right one coming, but it's going to cost us a couple days because, of course, no one's got that either. So, oh well, nothing we can do about it. We'll just have to run the 8360 until then. Good news! Even though we're not switching tractors, we're gonna run the side dress bar today. So Dad is going to start the field around the shop here. So there's no need at the moment for me to follow him in a semi because there's nowhere to take the semi. So what I have to do, normally I am following Dad as he finishes the field side dressing. I'm usually coming in with the sprayer and posting our post-emerge chemicals to kill the weeds that have come up and carry it through to canopy. So I need to take this truck into the co-op and make sure I've got all the chemicals I need. So I'm going to be running, we actually had atrazine in this, but I'm going to be switching to Degree Extra. Very similar compound, similar enough I can just literally top this off with the Degree. So I'll have to do that. Our broadleaf killer that we're running, I will stock up on that. Probably top off on Roundup while I'm in there. Need a few more bags of AMS. And then, what the heck, I'm a few 100 gallons short of a full tank of water, so I'll probably fill up with that. Make sure I'm completely ready to go for when I start running the sprayer, because unfortunately we don't have enough guys. I'm usually tending to myself when it comes to posting corn. I need more lead in my britches. Or maybe, there we go. All right. Got topped off with water. You guys want to know a secret to knowing when your tank's full? When it starts coming out the top. Got the rest of my chemical after I finished the water there. I forgot how slow that Degree Extra pumps. Man, it took probably 20 minutes just to pump that stuff. It is thick, nasty, clay-based chemical. Doesn't look like we made it back from the co-op soon enough to get the tanker to Dad before he ran out. Oh well, did what I could. It wasn't far off, he's just now walking back, so another 5 minutes sooner and we may have made it. Tried to make it back in time.
You didn't.
No. So I thought I was gonna do it, but when I checked when I left the co-op, you were still running. I was like, he can't have much left.
No, I've got quite a bit left, but I just
Can't make a full round on these long rows. Yep. Well, we got 3 more cracking right here, but it doesn't look like they're leaking yet. Got one leaking, that one's been leaking a while. Got another one. So it looks like we got more cracking, but they're still holding true, so. Yeah, definitely got more that are gonna need replaced soon, but they're not leaking yet, so we won't worry about it yet. And as far as these knives go, we did not replace these at the end of last year, so they have last season plus the acres we ran this far. So we don't expect them to last all season, but they were still good enough we didn't want to change them. But these that I can see so far still look good. This is what happens when they wear it down. This used to have a bevel. It's smooth now, and then once this is completely gone, it starts wearing into the tube. wears the side of the tube out, and then the 28 starts shooting out on top of the ground. So when these tubes start wearing, that's when you know you need to get them changed if you don't want nitrogen spraying everywhere. But I think we're still good. We're getting closer, but we're still got some acres on these knives. Right, got him set for another 50 acres. Get back to my own projects. The only thing I got left on this is to fill it up with go-go juice, and she'll be ready. Well, because it's going to be one more pull when that tanker's empty, and we got rain last weekend, I'm back over here at Gypville, and I got to empty out my dike. First things first, yep, just rainwater. Make sure it's not a spill. Now, I got to get rid of it. There's only one good way that I know to get rid of this rainwater. Let's see if this works. Look at that, it worked. Somehow I miraculously changed what I was driving to. And the tanker's empty. Well, we're here, might as well fill it up. Another day, another load. Our second tank has run dry. This one and that one are now empty, so we'll shut that off. Come down here. Oh yeah, she's still full, so there's a lot of head pressure on that puppy. And just like that, we'll open our valve back up. And kick her back on. Man, I swear those tanks have shrunk. They're emptying a whole lot faster than they filled up. You got a copy, Dad?
Yeah.
Hey, you want to fill at the shop when you're done with Kinnear, or do you want to fill once you're empty on the 10 acre patch?
It's probably going to be just easy for me to come by.
Okay, I'll just head back to the shop. Makes it easier for me. What? When else do you think I have time to edit videos? Gotta do it somewhere. Nothing quite like running after dark. Makes you feel like you've had a good day when you can work into the evening and keep covering acres. Alright, well, we're back at Gypville, obviously, after dark. Got our tanks all lit up. Now I gotta light the loading pad, and I haven't loaded here since dark, so this is the first time I'm seeing this as well. Let's see how they look. Oh yeah. Gives you plenty of light to see what you're doing. Well, I'm gonna get this tank loaded for morning, and then I'm calling it a night. I'm going home and get some rest. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Find that thumbs up button. give us a like, subscribe if you haven't, and as always, we'll see you in the next one.